Hello YouTube, how's it going? This is F7 Gaming, and today I am doing a quick review of the Crackdown 2 DLC toy box. Now, many people have been having problems with this getting downloaded, but basically the way to do it is go into your cache inside of your memory and delete the update and then redo the update. Unfortunately, I cannot play in the main game. I have to play in the Keys to the City piece, and because the main game basically just lags and the announcer dude just says shit over and over. But here are your colors. You got quite a few of them. You can pause if you want to look at them. I'm going to start off with the new items. I'm starting off with the jet boots, which are by far my favorite new addition to this game. Basically, you could only jump, and then if you had level 5 agility, you could use your glide suit. But now you have jet boots, which are amazing. You can turn on and off infinite ammo. If you don't have infinite ammo on, I believe they start with 40, and they don't last very long, but they can get you some places where it would have been a total pain to climb. You can basically climb Agency Tower very easily with jet boots instead of having to use a chopper to get to the very top. And yes, they can be used for stunt rings. So stunt rings are very easy now. Unfortunately, they cannot be used while in glide mode because it takes you out of glide mode and then you have to push A again. The next item I am going to show you is this bouncer grenade thing. It's called a stickler, and it has around 8 grenades on it, and it bounces. And each time it hits the ground, it drops a grenade that has a time lapse on it. They're pretty powerful, but there are better options. Another one is the portable launch pad, and this one I like a lot. And right here, I was going to try to do it from the bottom of Agency Tower to the top. Unfortunately, the game starts deleting them if you get too far. So I've just done a quick little tidbit here, jumping from the top spires. The first grenade you throw will be your landing spot. The second one you throw will be your start spot. So make sure you go to where you want the landing spot to be first. Next up, I'm doing the new vehicles, the squad chopper and the ATV. Overall, I believe the squad chopper is a poor addition to the game, but the ATV is pretty nice. I believe I do the chopper yes, I do the chopper first. Unbeknownst to most people, the chopper does have weapons. It's quite a bit bigger than the normal chopper, however, I believe it has a little bit more armor. It's slower, it's less maneuverable, and it has weak weapons on it, which are 2 machine guns, I believe. Yeah, 2 machine guns. They don't do very much damage. I did a test on that earlier, and they're pretty weak. It does have the boost capability that the other choppers have, which can get you up to speed, but it's still not as fast as the other chopper. Whether or not it has the ability to hold people inside of it, I do not know, because I do not have friends on. I'll put a little annotation in the vid if I ever get information on that piece of the information on the game. And next up is the ATV. I really like the ATV. It's a little hard to control. It's kind of like a mix between the Agency tank and the Agency ATV. Excuse me, Agency buggy. Sorry. It has the ability to drop the proximity mines. You can drop them like 1 every 5 seconds, I believe. And they have the same explosive capabilities. It also has the rocket launcher on top, which is a kind of a throwback to the Agency tank, although it only shoots 1 missile. Right here I'm just doing a test to see how strong these missiles are, and it takes 5 of them to destroy this helicopter. So I've already shot 2, I believe. 1 or 2. So that's 3, 4, no, that was 5. So yeah, 5 missiles to destroy the chopper. Overall, a pretty nice vehicle. Next up, I'm doing a review on the multiplayer game Vehicle Tag. I really have to say I'm kind of neutral on this game. I'm only going to show you a small little tidbit. I took like 10-20 minutes of this game, but obviously YouTube has time limits. Right here, this guy blows himself up. That's the reset. To get the orb, you have to hit a vehicle and you have to keep moving. You have to hold the orb for 30 seconds to keep your point total. If you stop, you lose the orb, and if you get hit, you lose the orb. Right here, it seems that the maps do have walls around them, and if you hit those, you're going to lose the orb and you cannot go beyond them. Right there I lost the orb because I slowed down and I do not get it back. But basically, do anything you can to get that orb. Hit maneuvers, pushing people into objects, anything you can really get your hands, dirty on. Did a little respawn there. Next up, I'm doing the new weapon, which is the mass driver. The mass driver is a hilarious weapon to use. I love this weapon. Completely amazing. It's kind of like a mix between a mag grenade and it's like a mag grenade in a gun. Basically, you just hold down the trigger, it charges, and it can hold anything you can think of. And once you let it go, it pushes it out. So you can do anything from cars to explosives to even people, which I'll show you in just one moment when I go over here to take up this agent. Just get him stuck. And if he wouldn't have hit the edge right there, he probably would have lived, but he got killed off because of the impact. And you can throw shit pretty damn far. Right here I just decided to test it out on a helicopter real quick. So just give it a minute while it comes down with its payload. Unfortunately, the range on this weapon is rather small, so you have to be pretty close to your target. But as you can see, I can take control of the helicopter, throw it around, do what I please, and then just launch it when I'm done with it. I mean, this works on freaks, cell, vehicles, just anything you can think of that you can point this thing at that is a freestanding object. Next up, keys to the city, and I'm doing spawning next. Spawning basically lets you spawn anything you could think of, anything in the game. Excuse me. So I'm just going to start off with some simple items like, let's go with dumpsters for starters. So you can get trash cans, you can get beach balls, you can get golf balls, you can get basically anything you can think of, up to even agent freaks. You can get any kind of freak you want, any kind of cell you want. Just having some fun here with the mass driver and anything I can spawn at the time. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome tool. So you can basically have anything you want spawn, and you can fight anything you want whenever you want. You can have civilians, like that guy. That guy had a, I believe it was a submachine gun. So it's an easy way to get the killed by a civilian if you don't have 25 ways to die yet. Ouch. You can spawn peacekeepers, any kind of peacekeeper you want, any kind of weapon you want. Right here I didn't know how to have multi-spawning, but you can spawn more than one at a time. I just didn't know how to do it at the time. But all you have to do is keep moving and keep pressing Y. You can spawn vehicles, you can spawn explosives, basically anything you can think of. Next up is the keys to the city. The fly cam, which is a beautiful addition to the game. I mean, even though it can only be used in the keys to the city mode, it's a great way to find all those hidden orbs, all the agility orbs, because you no longer have to take control of your agent. Makes life a lot easier. So it's basically like theater mode in a way from Halo 3. You get control of the camera and you can go wherever you want. So I'm just going to fly off to that large building in the distance. I apologize, I do not know what it's called. But yeah, great way to find orbs and scout out enemy territory if you want. Unfortunately, real quick, in Keys to the City, none of your progress is saved. So it's basically just a good way to mess around in the game. So you can't get achievements, and you can't get completing the game in this mode. And another awesome item to the flycam, back on topic, is you can spawn your agent wherever you want. Unfortunately, I kind of fail right there. I fell there again. And you can drop them on top of orbs, so you never have to go back to your agent. Next up, I'm doing Keys to the City for the other options in the game. Now, I apologize if I'm not able to read these from the screen, but there's tons of different shit in here. I mean, you can choose your level abilities for all of your abilities: agility, firearms, strength, explosives, and vehicles. There's even something called a super mode, I believe it's called, where it basically increases your agility skill and I believe your strength skill. You can also choose whether or not the cell, the peacekeepers, and civilians are active or not. So you can say you don't want to have any cell flying around. You could just push a button, no more cell. You can clear the city streets, which makes it so the entire city is just like a ghost town. There's nothing there, no vehicles, no people, no nothing. It's just completely empty. I apologize if I'm really missing some of this shit, because I really cannot read it on my screen. It's too small. But this one I just clicked. No, there's Flycam. The next one I click is called God Mode. And this is really fun if you just want to mess around. Now, what God Mode does is it makes you invincible to all forms of damage. Now, a fall like that would have normally killed me, but since God Mode is on, I'm completely fine. I can deal with explosives, getting run over, falling from great heights, anything. You will not take a single bit of damage. This is just great if you want to mess around. And that's basically the end of my review. So, yeah, I hope I've covered everything. I don't believe I have, but see you later, YouTube. Peace out, and hit me up on Xbox Live.